Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of JSO. I'm glad you joined me for today's hunt. Just finished up my drive to the Texas Hill Country today, and we are about to go hunt some hogs. I've got a sounder of hogs consistently coming into this feeder about 15 minutes before dark up till about 10 minutes after dark. I've got a G5 Outdoors DeadMeat V2 Broadhead. I let an arrow fly through about a 75-pound hog a few weeks ago in the video y'all probably watched. If not, I will link it in this video. But I'm going to try that same head on a larger hog. There's a hog at least twice that size that's been coming in with this group, and that is my primary target. If this hunt goes after dark, I have my bow mounted XLR 250 light mounted on my bow. It goes on where your stabilizer goes. All I have to do is apply pressure with my fingers to this pressure switch, and I will light up the target and let an arrow fly, and we can still make it happen after dark. We've got a strong west to northwest wind, which is favorable as far as direction today, but it's extremely hard, 15 to 20 miles an hour, and sometimes that makes these hogs a little skittish to come out in the open. But we're still gonna try to make it happen. I'm feeling optimistic about this hunt. Obviously, if y'all are seeing the intro to this video, then something good probably happened. I will see you on the blind in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we made it into this tripod successfully without spooking anything off. Y'all know I like to start these hunts with a verse of the day. Today's verse comes from Philippians 4:6-7. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Now what this verse simply tells us to pray instead of worrying, and that God's peace will guard our minds and our hearts. Now I'm a very solution-oriented person, but sometimes in life I find myself with situations that I just don't have the ability to solve on my own. When these situations come, it does me absolutely no good to worry. After all, worrying just steals my peace and happiness. Now, this is when I turn to God in prayer, asking for His help about that situation, while also making sure to be thankful for all that He has blessed me with. I just want to encourage you to do the same. After all, worrying does no good anyways. Okay, the feeder's about to go off shortly. I'm really excited, so let's get right into this hunt. Well, that hog followed the script exactly like he was supposed to. I'm gonna grab my things and slide out of here quietly. I give that hog a little time and come back with Lexi here in a few minutes, my tracking dog. All right, I just climbed down from my tripod, and before I head back to camp to kind of look at this footage on a big screen and grab Lexi, I'm gonna walk out here and grab the arrow. After this arrow zipped through that hog, I had actually hit this metal feeder leg. It looks like this head held up really good, even hitting the feeder leg. Still somewhat sharp. It definitely would need a sharpening. Overall, it held up well. Zipped through a big hog, and it is saturated with the red stuff. There's where he was standing, just a few yards over there. He went around this trail camera. And here's some of the red stuff. See some over there. All right, Lexi and I just made it back out here. It has been 1 hour since we let that arrow fly, and y'all saw I walked right up to the fence. We are gonna pick it up right there. Let's go to work, Lexi. Give it a sniff. All right, that's what we're after. Over here. Okay, go ahead. Sure is hard to film up in here, but Lexi's on the right trail. All right, well, it was a little bit hard to keep the camera focused, ducking down through the cedars, but now we've popped out to the opening on the opposite side. But as y'all can see, we got really good red stuff. A little hard to see in some of this dry dirt. That G5 broadhead really did its job. Oh man, getting really heavy. Ooh, he is gushing, or she. There he is, Lexi got him. Ooh, that's a big one. Ooh, flip him over. All right, we got her flipped over, and there is the exit. Of course, when a hog is quartering hard away, I intentionally aim for the exit to land on the opposing shoulder, and that's what took place here successfully. That G5 broadhead really did some damage on the exit. I'm pleased with that. Reasonably short tracking job. So let me get her cleaned up and drug out of here. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. You gotta love it when they follow the script like this big sow did today. She came right in with about 15 minutes of good filming light in the daytime and gave me that hard quartering away shot. And I'll never pass up a good quartering away shot on a hog, since their vitals sit so much more further forward than that of a deer. Anytime you can bury the arrow between the two shoulders, you're almost guaranteed success. What I like to do in that situation is I aim for the opposing shoulder. I want the arrow to exit at or into the opposite shoulder. And that's exactly what we accomplished today. I'm incredibly impressed with that G5 Outdoors broadhead. I put an arrow through a hog a few weeks ago that was at least half this one's size, and it performed incredibly. But I was really impressed with the performance on this hog today. The way it zipped through this big hog and kept going, it left that massive hole on the exit side, an incredibly easy BT to follow. Once I got through those cedars, y'all were able to see how the ground was just painted in that red. So I've been a fixed blade guy for many years, but this year I've been doing some experimenting or testing for you guys. I know you like to see that, and I'm actually sold on this head. I'm going to keep my QAD Exodus fixed blades in my quiver, but I'm not going to shy away from the G5 Outdoors dead meats either. I will keep a couple of those in my quiver because these are impressive. They perform excellent even on these big animals like this. And by the way, I'm going to be weighing this hog. In the next video, I'm going to announce how much this hog weighed. I want y'all to take a guess in the comments how many pounds you think this hog weighs. Whoever guesses the closest, as long as you're in the lower 48 US states, I'll cover shipping, and I'm going to send you a pack of these G5 Outdoors dead meat broadheads. So take a guess. Let me know how much you think this hog weighs. In our next video, I just ordered some Sevr 1.5 Ti hybrid heads. If y'all are interested in seeing that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, so you get notified when I drop that next video. And also, you don't want to miss the giveaway, so put your guess in for how many pounds you think this hog weighs, and I'll announce that in the next video. But may God bless each and every one of you, and we'll see you on the next hunt.